Hi there guys, back with another video. So today we're going to be in the series of doing our exponents for our grade 10 learners. So let's actually just get straight into it. All right, so if we have a look-see at the example provided, what you need to take into consideration is all of your exponential laws. So in the first one, when I have a power to a power, I need to multiply my exponents. Okay, so I have a rule that if you have two bases, all right, you add, because add has two D's. If you only have one base, then you need to multiply, because multiply only has one I. All right, so if we have a look at this, we would then have to multiply every single one's exponent by 4. So you would land up with 2 to the power of 4. Right, let's actually get a thicker pen here. All right, you would have 2 to the power of 4, a to the 4, and then you'll have b to the 12, because remember I'm multiplying, all over 2 to the a to the negative 3 and b to the power of 4. All right, all multiplied by 3. Now, do you see that 3 is not in the brackets? So it's not going to be affected by the exponential power of 2. All right, so the 3 will remain 3. Only those inside the bracket will get affected, leaving us with a squared and b to the power of 4. All over, and now this one's different because now do you see that the 3 is inside the bracket, meaning that the 3 must also be squared. A to the 2 and b to the 2. All right, so now what you're going to try and do is you're now going to try and simplify each one individually as their individual fractions. All right, so we don't like any negative fractions, not fractions, any negative exponents. So what I say is, with your exponents, nobody wants to be negative in life, right? So you're going to try and change your environment. So what that means in math terms is to change your environment so that you can become positive again, means either taking it from its place of negative and you're moving it to its place of positive. That could be either from the denominator to the numerator, or from the numerator back down to the denominator. So in this case, I would have 16, I just simplified 2 to the power of 4, a to the 4 plus 3, right? Then you're going to have b12 all over 2b to the 4, all right? I've taken that negative exponent and I've changed its environment. There's no other negative exponents, so I can just write it as is. Okay, now what you need to do, and don't forget your equals, okay? Now what you need to do is bring all your exponents to the larger exponent. So what I mean by that is, as you can see on top, I have a power of 7, and in the denominator, there's no power of a. Here, I have a power of 12. In the denominator for b, I have a power of 4. So I'm not going to bring the 12 down, because then I'm going to land up with a negative exponent, negative 8. And then I have to change its environment again. So the easiest thing to do is to always take the exponent that is smaller to the greater exponent and subtract it. So in that case, we would land up with 8, because 16 divided by 2 is 8. A to the 7, b to the 12 minus 4. All right, multiplied by, and now do you see, because the 3 is greater in the denominator, we would then take that power and subtract it from the denominator. Then the a squares would cancel out. The b's power is greater on top, so I subtract the denominator from the numerator's exponent. All right, leaving me with 8a to the 7, b to the 8, multiplied by b to the 2 over 3. And now I can just simplify further. So I'm going to land up with 8 to the 7. And now comes that fun fact that I was talking about, where if I have two bases, we add the exponents. So that would then become b, and 8 plus 2 is 10. And all of that, oh, look at that line. All of that is divided by 3. All right. So this would be your final answer if you were provided with this type of question. I do hope that this made sense to you. Don't forget the fact that if you have two bases, you need to add the exponents. And if you only have one base, meaning that you have a power to a power, you'd have a situation as such, then you would have to multiply your exponents together. Okay, well, I cannot wait to see you guys in the next video. Please do like and subscribe for more.